Josie and the Pussycats, the movie originally that was going through MTV as debuting, really was telling us something we weren't listening.
It's what those kids think they're hearing on those headsets is what they're really hearing.
Conform. Free will is overrated. Jump on the bandwagon.
Hey.
You will not shine laser pointers at movie screens. You will vote Republican.
Only a girl's girl would know that Josie and the Pussycats was a movie during the time where the subliminal messages stood out, but we didn't even care about that. Feeling alive with no social media at that time? I'm about to talk about it. Let's reminisce, guys.
There was no social media.
Pink is the new red. Orange is the new pink. Yeah!
From truly living in the present moment, these were the times we were engaging the most. Have you ever heard of Josie and the Pussycats?
But what is a mistake without the lesson? See, the best teacher in life is your own experience. None of us know who we are until we fail. They say every man is defined by his reaction to any given situation. Well, who would you want to define you? Someone else or yourself?
Let's just hope me saying Pussycats will not get me flagged, but we're past that. Josie and the Pussycats was based on a fictional rock band group created by Dan DeCarlo in the 1970s based on the Archie comic. Now, this later turned into a cartoon series that ran for 16 episodes, and this was also based on the girl pop group that toured the world getting into spy capers and mysteries and strange adventures. And it really was an intelligent tambourine, the airheaded blonde, and a guitarist, all consisting of their boldly strong-willed characters. Now, to break down the concept, this manager arrives in Riverdale and wants to sign these three girls into a recording contract, but he is part of an evil plot that has some sort of underlying message in the music industry with pushing an agenda for consuming. Josie, Mel, and Val are three small-town girl musicians trying to create their rock band experience out of their garage and make it big time on the Billboard charts. This was a time in the Y2K era where it was satire pop culture and you really couldn't stream online to get music. You had to physically buy it in order to hear it. People behind this evil plot really pushed what clothes were being worn, what was in style, and exactly what was being consumed each and every hour. They were behind truly influencing the minds of the people. Well, the teenage Y2K era at that time. And literally, jerkin'.
Jerkin, as in dude, that's jerkin. Ooh, that's dirty.
And like they were literally jerking us around, still to this day, they were creating manipulation factors by putting subliminal messages in the music tracks as an experiment to see who would keep up with them. So to make a long recap short, what really went down is they started using the subliminal messages against each other within the group. And the girls were looked at as turning against Josie when she started to get the diva syndrome as being the head and lead singer of the girl group. Manipulation began with Josie in her mind just getting this syndrome as she was better than the group and the other girls started to feel less than. They forgot where they came from, but eventually, after this track that was found by the girls in the end, they figured out what was going on and they ended up stopping this whole big concert from pretty much happening. Since they were influencers and everybody was following them, it was pretty easy to capture the audience's attention. And that's when everything really took place and they were able to kind of take over and stop them really from being hypnotized to consume at that time and listen to every word that they were saying and follow and idol them like gods. And it really didn't last. This was a fictional movie. This was a whole fictional band, girl group, animated series. However you look at it, this is all fictional when it comes to this Rock Girl 3 small town group. However, the serious message behind it stood out. And it really stands hold to today, what we're experiencing as consumers in the USA. But all in all, as I mentioned in the beginning, if you were a girl's girl, you appreciated this movie.
No one was on their cell phones the whole time. People really turn off, and they're distracted. So in this experience, and that's, I think, why it still holds today, because it just resonates in this really authentic and human way.
That's so perfectly said.